Cool. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Newman, and we're facilitating a session of the Plutus PBL live coding. Today is June 7th, and we're gathered. I see folks from all over, and we get together weekly, twice a week, to go over the PBL course and talk about what we're any problems that we're having, or go through in a group to help one another. Um, does that sound about good for introduction?
Yeah.
Aris thinks it's good. Okay. And we go for about 90 minutes. We're uh, about 8 minutes in. Does anyone have any burning questions or things that they want to talk about right off the front? And while you're listening, you can also put your questions and ideas onto the Miro board, which is open. And I see a couple of people in there. And we'll just we'll give it a few minutes to write down things and to discuss stuff that we want to talk about. And I'll type them in. So we're just typing in our things into the Miro board. Any still got a few more minutes. I see one here, minting NFT and hosting image on IPSF. IPSF. Is that the interplanetary something files? Oh, interplanetary file system. There you go. Oh, right. Yeah. Sharing the screen. That's a big important part. I think I can't at the moment. I wonder if you could grant me that. I'd be happy to share my screen. Yeah, that's the other thing that happens, is that we'll share the screen, and that way everybody can see if they don't have access to the. I'm curious if you could write down in the chat where you are in the course. I'm at the bash scripting section.
I am on module 204.
204. Okay, Faizan's on 204.
Yeah, and I'm on 203.2, I think.
Okay. Perez is on Akin. Oh, yeah, 101.5. Cool. Did you? Yeah, and that's the other thing. And yeah, we'll still go a little bit more on the questions and stuff. We still got a few minutes. Okay, Sebastian's starting 201. Okay. I need to open up and find out exactly what my. I like that I like using the numbers. I think that's the cool thing with the course, is that it's referenceable. So I can say I'm at 202.6. I'm about to finish 102. Okay, we're gonna finish up with the writing things down. And we can do we'll keep the recording, and then we'll go through a vote. Although I don't think that I can do the voting again because of admin stuff. This is a community issue. Is it who has these administrative rights to sort of run the show, and it's a non-trivial issue with sort of communities.
I feel like we don't necessarily have to vote this time. We'll like put all the topics in different rooms and just host the rooms. Are you able to host rooms, by the way?
Ooh, yeah, Farzai, can we create breakout rooms? He's looking.
Newman, I think you can share the screen now.
Okay, perfect. Ooh, I can do it.
Yeah.
Is that better? So these are the two. Minting, does anyone else want to go into a breakout room? A different breakout room other than minting NFTs, and that's which one is that? Which section, which module?
I think it's two modules, 201.2 and 201.3. But I'm starting at 201.2 and just watching the video and trying to do that.
Okay. And then the bash scripting, I mean, it's not super exciting, but it's just I was hoping that someone would be here that knew like how to really make it go. I mean, I can make the script go. I guess we really do later on. There's like a big bash script that we've got to do. Later on, yeah. Okay. I feel like so is everyone cool with just one, like we can just run it, like we like a normal work session, and just we can get hard and just go through module 203 too. And we could, if you want, do it mod, that mob style. Augustine says, since we are a few, maybe don't feel a need to do a breakout room. We can just sort of do it all here. If everyone feels like what we can do is create some breakout rooms, and if you feel like you want to go and work, Pabon is giving a thumbs up to do 2032. I think that would be fun. I think it would be fun. Harsha, do you want to share your screen and we'll just go through it? Yeah, we're getting thumbs up. That'll be fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, I can do that. But is it okay if I start playing the video to start with?
Yeah, I think that's completely appropriate. Let's do that. Just make sure when you share the screen, you click on the share sound and optimize for video clip.
Okay. So I'm not able to optimize for video clip for some reason.
Huh. Well, maybe sound is good enough. Let's see what comes up.
Oh, 1 second. What is this? Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we got your screen.
Okay, sweet. I
Nice. Ah, sweet. Here we go.
How to create a that adheres to the existing SIP
Hey.
20 standards.
Turn it up a little bit if you can.
To mint Cardano NFTs.
Yeah, keep it going.
Also see that the standard for minting Cardano NFTs that reference some media, like an image, sound, or video file, is defined in SIP 25, or Cardano Improvement Proposal 25. In this video, I'll give you some background knowledge to think about, but I'm not going to demonstrate how to actually mint an NFT. That's for you in the mastery assignment that follows this lesson. I'm excited to see what you accomplish and what questions you come up with as we take this learn by doing approach. In the previous lesson, we built out this diagram that shows that transactions take UTXOs as input, they create UTXOs as output, and they can include metadata, among other information, and that this metadata can hold arbitrary information in a transaction that's recorded on the blockchain. So now we'd like to investigate a specific use case for transaction metadata. It's the media NFT metadata standard on Cardano. Now, a few things to get started. First of all, you saw in the previous lesson that the metadata key can be any positive integer. But if we're minting NFTs, the key has to be 721. This helps Cardano applications identify NFT metadata on chain. Then the value must follow a special format. And that format is defined in Cardano Improvement Proposal number 25. Let's take a look. You can find all Cardano improvement proposals at sips.cardano.org. And as you've heard, this one is number 25, the Media NFT Metadata Standard. I really recommend reading through this carefully. I'll scroll down to where the structure of the metadata is defined, right here. You can see that this is a JSON object and that the key is 721. And the value is this object right here. Inside of this object, there's JSON. And we have a further nesting of keys and values. The first key we see inside of this value object is the policy ID for some token. We learned about policy IDs in module 202, and you have to use them like this to mint NFTs that comply to this standard.
Hey, Harsha, pause it for a sec.
Yeah.
So basically this 721 is the standard, and it's just the protocol
721 is the key.
is the key, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But all 721s I can imagine are follow that format. Is that correct? It's just like it's the thing that says, hey, we're going to follow this format. So it'll have policy ID and all those files, and in that, that's kind of what I'm picking up. And that's why that's why it has to be 721.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what a key is, but in my head, a key is where when you mention 721, policy ID is another key, asset name is another key, I think. So the moment you have the three of them, the smart contract reads it as an NFT metadata, I think.
Right.
Does
Okay.
anyone know?
Anyone? Okay. And
value
yeah.
this key, and inside of that object, a new key, which is the asset name or token name. Now remember, on chain, we can see an asset as the policy ID and the asset name. If you're familiar with nested JSON objects, you might recognize that the way to access these asset details would be by writing policy ID dot asset name, which is kind of interesting when you think
Oh,
how assets are represented with
nice.
Cardano CLI. Policy ID dot asset name is what we see in that context as well. Finally, we have the actual descriptive information about the media in this NFT. Some of these fields are required and some of them are optional. You can read more about that below. But what I see here, the name, the image link, media type, a description, and then a list of additional files. These are all common properties in NFT metadata. You can add other information as well, depending on your use case. And if you're familiar with the Cardano NFT ecosystem, you know that projects have been creative with how to include other properties in this metadata. In the example below this video, we're going to keep it pretty simple by not including too much extra information, but I wanted to show you a few things. First, let's talk about where images are hosted when it comes to minting NFTs. You can see right here that the image link is to a simple website, in this case, gimballabs.com, where a picture of the Gimbal Labs G is hosted. We can see it here. The problem with this image link is that it's not permanent. The Gimbal Labs servers could go down. We could decide to delete this image right here, or Gimbal Labs could cease to exist. And in that case, what would happen to this domain and everything hosted on it? In SIP25, if I scroll down to the details about the image property, you can see that IPFS is suggested, but it's certainly not required. Links to images can be typical HTTP addresses, or they can be IPFS or Arweave addresses. So where should you store your NFT images? What I really want you to understand now is that there's no formal specification in SIP25 about where or how images are stored. In many NFT communities, there is an expectation that images are stored on some decentralized solution. So the example I'm showing you right here with the Gimbal Labs hosted G probably would not inspire confidence in NFT collectors. But that's a social agreement, and it's not enforced on chain or even in this CIP. And for everyone developing on Cardano, it's important to be able to distinguish between unchangeable features of the underlying layer one blockchain protocol or agreed upon standards like this one that are built upon it, and then even to informal community standards. For example, where image files are hosted. If you'd like to learn more about IPFS and Arweave, some links are provided down below. It's beyond the scope of this lesson to dive deep into all of these, and with a little bit of research, you can find great documentation about all of these systems. Moving back to our example, another thing I'd like to point out is this part right here. You can see that this is a list of strings, and this is how you handle any string that's longer than 56 characters in Cardano transaction metadata. You can simply split a string into multiple substrings and include all of them in an array. That's why when I look at the metadata standard, I can see that my options for image, for example, or description can either be a string or an array, or a URI or an array. Sometimes an address on the internet can be longer than 56 characters, and that's why we must have the option of using arrays right here. Focusing a bit more on what's written in the SIP, I'd like to highlight two more things here. First, we can see that the media type and files properties are optional. Let's look at those. the media type describing our image, this part's optional, and the additional list of files is optional. You can get away without this. But look at what it says. The source property inside files is a URI pointing to a resource. It could be another resource, right? So you can have multiple images or multiple image sources on a given NFT. And if you do use this approach, it's common practice to include a higher resolution image. This is what allows user-facing applications to have thumbnail images that are small file sized and load quickly versus the higher quality or higher resolution images that fans of digital art might expect. Finally, let's look for a moment at how to retrieve metadata for a specific token. In the next lesson, we will compare a different Cardano improvement proposal to this one, and we'll start to compare these different processes. It says here, a third-party tool can fetch the token metadata seamlessly. In other words, someone is going to have to build applications that agree with this standard so that people can see NFTs like they expect to. And when anyone builds such a tool, an application, a wallet, for example, here are the steps. First, you'll have to look up the mint transaction for the token in question. On the mint transaction, find the metadata and find the 721 key. Note that transaction metadata can include several different keys, where one of them is 721, but others are included as well. Then, within that 721 key, look for the policy ID in question, the asset name in question, and now you'll be able to access the metadata for this token. This is such a critical point to understand. Without application developers who follow these steps, it doesn't matter what's on chain. You've already seen how to mint native assets. Once you know how to do it, it doesn't take very long. And you're learning now about how to include metadata. We can put all sorts of tokens and metadata on chain. But in order to have the experience of looking at NFTs in applications or in our wallets, developers have to create tools that follow this standard so that NFT collectors can have the experience they expect. So let's bring it all together. What's required to make a Cardano NFT? Well, you have to construct metadata that follows the SIP25 standard. You must create a minting script and derive its corresponding policy ID. This is what you saw how to do in Module 202. And you must prepare a link to an image or media file posted somewhere. So what's not required or explicitly specified? Well, it doesn't matter what kind of minting script we use. As long as you have a policy ID, you can mint NFTs. In the previous module, you saw how to use native scripts and Plutus scripts to mint tokens. Both sorts of scripts work here. Your script can require multiple signatures, but it doesn't have to. Many NFT communities like to see that there is a multi-sig minting policy, but nothing about the protocol or SIP25 specifies that NFTs have to be multi-sig. And in the very same way, the image, it could be hosted on decentralized storage like IPFS or Arweave, but there's no technical reason that it must be. So what are we going to do with all of this information? Two things. One, you can keep learning. In the mesh minting tutorial shared in the previous module, you might have noticed that this is not just about minting any old assets. This tutorial will take you through the entire process of creating a series of NFTs. So if you're interested in front-end application development using mesh, I certainly recommend following through with this tutorial. If you've enjoyed exploring Game Changer, you can see that NFT minting is built directly into the wallet. And I bet that you can get it to work if you tinker a little bit. For a hands-on example of minting your first NFT with Cardano CLI, make sure to navigate to the assignment that follows this lesson. This is a guided mastery assignment like some of the ones you've seen previously. A shell script is provided, as well as all the instructions you need right here. What you're going to do is mint an NFT with a Plutus minting script that has certain validation rules. There's a link to the minting validator here. And if you navigate to where the minting validator is defined, you'll see a couple of constraints. Only one token can be minted at a time, as defined with check minted amount. The input must include your PPBL 2023 token. This is the one you minted in module 100. So you're going to have to send it back to your CLI wallet. And finally, the name of the new NFT you mint must match your PPBL 2023 token, just without the 3-digit number at the beginning of the token name. Perhaps you've noticed that there's a 222 at the beginning of the name of your PPBL 2023 token. Why is that? Well, that's because your PPBL 2023 tokens are not SIP25 NFTs. They actually follow a new standard called SIP68. And that's what we're going to investigate in the next lesson. So I hope you have some fun with this mastery assignment and can successfully mint your SIP25 PPBL NFT. And when you finish that, we will be ready to explore SIP68 together. See you soon.
Okay.
Hey, so the first thing I'd have to do is send my,
Send it back to the CLI.
yeah,
So it's a minting script that, yeah, and all the words and stuff are a little tough, but it's a minting script that the validator will build out a SIP25 standard token. Does that make sense? Is that sort of, that's what we're doing?
yeah.
Oh, let me pull up my. Two, okay. Okay, so you're doing the assignment
Yeah, so
just after, yeah, 2031 assignment.
yeah.
Yeah. You can unlock funds from a contract. We know how to do that. Use bash scripts to build reusable transactions. We knew how to do that. You can mint native asset using minting script compiled from Plutus TX. Do all that. And Faison's done this already, so he can jump in if we get too far off track. Oh, did they change the bash script? I remember that that it kind of needs to be, oh, right, because you're using Demeter and the bash script we know is sort of localized. So we need to be mindful of that. I think we walked through that in the last session.
Yeah, I mean, we can directly use CLI. We can check the bash script and just use it to do the whole thing to Cardano CLI,
Yeah,
I would think.
it's fine. I'm gonna look up that bash script. Okay, you're sending your token, contributor token back.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the bash script, and the bash script name is mint PPBL NFT. There it is. I just did some investigation with bash scripting, and some stuff confuses me about it. I think it has to do with the path. Like I want to have the path variable so you don't have to put in the long file path. You can just type the file name and it'll execute. And I think you do that with the path. I'm beginning to understand the path variable, but I just don't know exactly where to put it. We'll figure all that out. Okay, so now you're querying all the UTXOs to make sure it's there. Got to find the right address. Yeah. For your CLI address C. This would be a nice spot for a bash script where you can just say, aha, that's the way to do it. See, I've got mine in just a text file, but you're doing it in a fancy computer programmer way. It's cool. What are you doing, man? Oh God.
I'm just trying to copy this address.
All right.
Just checking if I have the
And it's not, it doesn't look like it's in there. Oh,
this
there
I
it
see
is.
like
Yep,
an
that's it.
NFT here, so I would think this is it.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, the dot 3232.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that one, the dot 3232 is the 2022 or the 222. And that's the personal one, right?
Yeah, yeah, because the other one I think is locked in
The
in
reference
the
one.
yeah. So I'm going to prepare a PPBL NFT JSON file. Open the latest Plutus template to find. So I'm going to have to do like a pull request. Not pull. What's that? Git pull.
I think it's pull. I think it's git pull.
Yeah, so it's up to date, so it should be here.
So yeah, you did what the first step was. It was like, yeah, make sure that it's yeah. Pull the latest. Okay,
And find the
cool.
file
We got
mint
that one done.
ppblnft.sh. Mint.
Up, up.
Yeah, it's up.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there it
Okay.
is.
So now this file that will only allow a token to be minted if a PPBL23 token is included in the transaction. Exactly one new token is minted. The name of the PPBL23 NFT must match the name of the PPBL23 token. Okay.
So have you prepared that PPBL NFT.json file?
No, I'm going to prepare it now. So it's just an empty JSON file for now, or should we like go back to the previous module and copy the metadata in that JSON file with the keys?
Yeah, if there is a metadata in that same file, so just copy paste the thing. Just
Is
scroll
it
down. Just scroll down and see if there is
uh, s- this one? Let's
go,
see.
no, go in that PPBL module.
Oh, the module. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Scroll down and just have a look. Is there any? Yeah,
Oh, so this is the okay.
this
Okay.
is-
And where do we put it? PPBL Plutus template bash scripts
yeah. In bash script,
metadata.
in metadata, you have to make
Okay.
a JSON file.
Okay. Metadata. So
Ah, there it is. Okay, so just create a new file there.
yeah, I'm going to. Can I copy it? I'll just.
I would, yeah, perfect. Yeah.
And what is it named? PPBL NFT.json.
I should follow along, do this. As a matter of
Yeah,
fact, I am.
do it.
Yeah. Because then, I mean, just to have the stuff set up so that it's um bash scripts metadata. Huh.
No, no. Ah, hey.
Huh.
And I'll have to put the token name. So I would have to check the name of the token, right?
Yeah.
So token, so the asset name, this is the asset name, right? Token name. So first is 721 policy ID, so it should be this. And name.
Well, oh, yeah. So policy ID, and then that's the token name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I keep getting confused because like I thought this was called asset name. And because this would be the token name, right? Name of the token.
Right.
And are we
Um,
changing this to something like do we have to check what the name of the token is
No,
in the
no,
PPBL?
no.
No, or leave it like this?
Leave it like this. You have changed that token name. It's fine.
Okay.
Now just
So
yeah.
just save this. Like, do I have to change anything?
Uh,
Image/PNG.
Uh, if you want to put images of your own choice, you can just put the image. But for image, you have to host that image on a link, so that link wouldn't expire.
Okay. Hmm. Are we doing that? Like in general, are you supposed to do that? Like, but what happens right now? It just says some random image/PNG. So there's no image, right? Is that
No,
what this means?
no. There is an image like that Gimbal Labs logo. You will get it.
Oh, it is hosted on IPFS.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Uh, okay, I'll just save this. Let's see what's next. Okay, so we created this. You must replace your token name with the name of your PPBL token. Do not include any numbers at the beginning of your token name. Start with PPBL 2023.
oh, yeah. So you want to take off the 3232. I think
Yeah.
that's what it means. I think that was in the video, right?
Yes. Right. The thing you have
So you have to,
that
Oh
asset
yeah. Yeah,
just
he's got it just below it. Just below it, it talks about it. So you got to take off the 3232.
okay. No, it doesn't say about any numbers. It's directly saying just include the token name. I'll have to figure out the token name now.
No, Harsha, just go in the eternal and go in the history. You will get a token name there. You have just
History.
transferred it, so you will get it.
Yeah. So where does it say?
It's in the
Yeah, the right side. Right,
This
yeah,
one, right?
TPBL 2023 Gulla O. Yeah.
oh.
And so this is not the asset ID. This is, you should put a token name here.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, just
Oh,
you
you're
can
right. Yeah, he's right.
oh, okay. Hmm. Because like I remember, I clearly remember it saying asset name or something. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Like coding. Change the image. Placeholder provide, but it's not too exciting. If you like to change the image, go for it. Remember that if the source URL for image is longer than 56 characters, it must be split into. So what they're saying is if this is too long, then split it. This
uh,
one.
no. If you want to change the image of your NFT, so that length should be 56, or if it's greater than 56, you can split it into the array.
No, even if we say, for example, if I wanted to split this, even if it's not greater than 56, how would I do this?
I think you can just put a comma as that IPFS is and that BAFS FK is separated.
Oh, so just like put a comma like this and
No, just use the double score then comma.
oh,
Yeah, you just gotta. These are
so
multiple
this,
strings, right? So there's a first. See how it's
oh,
a
like
list of
that.
strings? It's
Okay,
it's
okay,
it's
okay.
JSON or it's JavaScript. Yeah, yeah,
But
and
now
that would work.
undo this because
Why? Uh-huh.
undo this and undo the changes you have done because it will create an error
Oh, why is that?
because you have not uh, changed the image you want. This image is already built in, means the gimbal are providing this image. So this link is a valid link
No,
to
no, it's a valid link. So if like the length of this string is longer than 56, then they said we can break it, right? So even if we break this, we shouldn't be getting an error, no?
Yeah, it should work, I figure, but
uh,
no need to poke the bear.
I
yeah,
mean,
have a
we
look.
have nothing better to do anyway.
Yeah, Harsha's like, he's like, I'll poke it. But yeah, I think you're right. I think if you form it correctly, if you then it shouldn't matter. What do you think, Faizan?
I think first we should go with this and then later on we can have a look at the changes.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, fine, fine.
good
Let's
idea.
finish this and then do the crazy stuff. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
so we have created this JSON file and
Now, no,
and
now just use the bash script to mint the NFT.
okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's easy. See what happens.
Mint, this is the one, right?
Run it in
Yeah,
the,
so
yeah,
How do we start the bash script? 1 second, let me.
or just CD
I,
into the bash script.
Into bash.
CD bash. You can just press tab. Yeah. Then put a dot, then space,
Dot space and then this name of this.
mint,
yeah.
mint tab. You can just go
All you
like
gotta do is tap mint or MIN and then tab and it'll pull up. It's like one of the nice things about the terminal. And then
tab.
tab, just hit the tab. Oh,
Wait, what just happened? I was just like pressing tab.
Yeah.
It just
You have to
said.
you have to give
Oh, so it's
characters.
like saying so should I press tab again
No,
yeah.
or just
Mine,
like copy this?
no, just put P, PP, then press again tab.
Put T,
PP,
No.
double.
PP.
Go back.
What happened?
No,
Yeah, go.
remove that T and put PP.
TT.
Yeah. No, Paul, or
Oh,
Papa
PP.
Papa.
Okay.
Popcorn P.
Okay. And then press tab.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Now hit enter.
And let's see what happens. Usage mint PPBL path to wallet directory.
You have to just
So my wallet.
put the wallet.
Yeah, we got it.
So my to my wallet directory, as in this path, right?
Yeah, just copy paste the path.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. Just use the bash script. Then at the end, put the path.
Oh, so this thing, and then put the path.
Yeah.
Oh, it accepts a path as an argument.
Yeah.
So you got to put the
Okay.
path after it. Right.
So I'll copy this
That's
path
cool.
now.
Tell us how we're doing it.
Okay. This script will guide you through the pre-part before your script. Send your PPBL, okay? Prepare a PPBL, okay? Then use a reference UTXO for the smart contract. Reference UTXO for the smart contract.
Just press enter. You will
That would
get through it.
you'll need the token from this address, okay? Press any key to continue. Enter 3-pod address to receive token. So that would be my eternal address, right?
Cool. Okay.
Or am I minting it to my CLI?
No. It's on you. I think putting eternal address would be a plus point.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just view it directly.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. In CLI, you just you can just have tx hash in numerical format, and in eternal you can have it a GUI format like.
Okay. Exact name of your token. That means let me go back to transactions. How many tokens? So this would be one, right? Like only one. Okay. Okay, you will mint one PPA token with the policy ID, this thing. So okay. Okay. Choose a UTXO, so that would be the first one. Choose the UTXO PPBL token. That's what I did, no?
No, you have choose the upper option one because you have to pay the transaction fee, and in the
Oh,
next,
the first one. Oh, for the I thought okay.
yeah, just press one
You
again.
did good.
Yeah, let's see if it's enough, it's enough. Otherwise, minting command failed. The transaction does not balance, so that means not enough
Yeah,
gas fees, transaction fees.
because of
Yeah.
ADA,
What is it?
because of the less ADA, the transaction.
Less. Okay, yeah. That's how do
Just
I?
press
So
upper
should I
arrow.
start the bash script again?
Yeah, press upper arrow. It will put the command. Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay.
Press any key. So 7L. Okay. Press any key to enter pre-pod address to receive address. So this I think.
You are using Windows, right?
No.
The meter.
No.
Mac.
Okay, let it be.
Enter pre-pod address. So this is the you will mint token from the address 7L. But why is it saying I'm minting address from this one? This is my browser wallet. Is there any way to go back one step in bash scripts? No, right? We'll have to start from the start again, right?
Yeah.
Wait, maybe 7L is not my 1 second. This is no. That's not. This is fine. This is fine.
I
Enter
think it's your
pre-pod address.
CLI wallet address.
Yeah. Okay, the exact name. Okay, how many tokens? Press any key to continue, and let's pick some big
Yeah,
one.
pick one with a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
4.
four. Yeah.
Choose,
And that's
okay, that would be 1, right?
yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, fine.
Oh,
Let me
it
look at it.
worked.
Yeah, it did
Ta-da.
work. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna quickly take a look at the bash script just to see what's happening. Policy ID reference UTXO, all of this is fine.
Yeah, so check it out. Like there's a
Okay.
I was following along with it. Like see where it says choose wallet UTXO?
Yeah.
It calls another script, I think, which is pretty cool.
No,
Like all of that, like
Uh-huh.
choosing the wallet stuff.
Uh-huh.
So that's like a separate script that it calls within this, which is really kind of neat to
So
me.
there is a select UTXO
Mm.
script.
Let's see.
Select
No,
UTXO.
no, 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 no. It's the predefined functions.
Yeah, so this is just picking, okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
On the
choose wallet UTXO.
on the line number 1, you can just see that we are exporting a source on line number 8 and 9. The
Oh,
source.
source is
Yeah.
get transaction function dot
Yes.
sh. Okay.
In this source file,
Oh,
all the functions are written. So we are just using that functions to get the UTXOs and other stuffs also. You can just open
Oh,
it
oh, that's
and
cool.
have a look at it.
so are these bash scripts? Oh, yes, so it has to be bash scripts. Get transaction function. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So what is this doing?
Oh, interesting. And it calls the function within the bash script, choose wallet UTXO.
yep.
That's really cool.
Uh, Here's the actual backend is working. You can say that like that.
The key.
Yeah, on line number 41 till 44, you can see that the different options are available, like selected UTXO or Loveless, then token, then asset.
Okay, Lovelace tokens asset. Okay, okay. Choose contract UTX. Oh, so this is where they're getting the contract address and all of that from. Okay, so this I'm getting lost here a little bit. Yeah, I mean I'm gonna leave it there for now. Where is the okay? This is the one. No, did we not open the other bash script? Where is it? Okay. Oh, I just wanted to check the how they build the transaction. 1 second. So transaction in, contributor transaction in, contributor transaction in. So this is so transaction is with the token and contributor transaction. What is contributor transaction in?
That's probably the one with the contributor token in it.
Okay, so this is like the token transaction. This is the gas fee transaction or
Yeah,
the
yeah.
transaction fee. Collateral. Okay, collateral transaction in. I think.
Yeah, those two are the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Receive something quantity. Okay. Token hex. How did they already, does it already convert the
Yeah.
Gulla 0 into like the token hex and put it in without us doing anything? Is that what's
Yeah, I
happening?
guess so. I guess so. We could try to look and see. There must be another
Yeah,
I would call it a subroutine or another script that does it.
I
Hmm.
think they have a predefined function to change the token into the hex. Then they have
Okay.
put it the variable, and then it's going.
Hmm. The quantity policy ID mint, okay, mint transaction reference UTXO. Whoa, reference UTXO. So, yeah, where I keep forgetting, where do we get the reference UTXO from? What is this reference UTXO?
No,
Uh,
I thought reference UTXOs are the 68. I thought that
Oh,
this
because it's, but we are minting with CIP 25, no?
Yeah.
Why do we need the reference UTXO for this?
Good question.
Um, oh, because like the script says one of the rules is that you have to have, but why do you need the reference UTXO for that?
I don't know.
I don't know why there is a reference UTXO, policy ID, mint Plutus script v2, mint reference transaction. Okay, change address. Metadata, this protocol, and then just the other three are pretty straightforward. Yeah, this is the only one I don't understand why it's happening. Do you have anything in mind? Is this like pretty obvious to you, Newman? And
Yeah, not to me. Not to me. Yeah, I'm curious about ref UTXO. Look up where it collects that variable. See if there's do a search for ref underscore and see if
I mean, we can just like look it up. So token hex. Oh no.
and it might be in the choose wallet section. Yeah. You know, in that other.
It should be in one of these, no? Because these are the
Yeah.
only two sources.
Yeah.
Let me go
That
and
one, yeah.
see get from reference UTXO.
You see it?
Hi guys, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm seeing what you're doing, and you can look for the variable with Control F, I think.
So even in a Mac, it's Control F.
I don't know.
Or
Let me
puppy
see
paw or
Command
something.
F.
There,
Oh, I think
there
it's
must be
Command
a
F.
set option.
And I can just check.
REF underscore. Try that. Yeah.
Well, nothing's found.
Oh, is that searching for on the Explorer or in the document?
In the document,
Search.
in my case, I can do the search in the document.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's look. I can
How
look.
do I? So here also it's. Let me see. Oh, okay. Underscore. I don't see anything.
I don't see it in get transaction function. There's no ref in there for
Yeah,
me.
maybe it's not in this. Maybe they're not doing it in this.
Oh, it is in.
Oh, it's right here in reference UTXO.
There it is. Okay, cool.
Okay. Reference. But what is the reference UTXO? I'm just like,
Type that can we search for that 4.3? Can we search for that and find out?
where do we search for this? This reference UTXO is.
Put it in like Cardano scan or something.
So
I mean, is that the policy that's the
this one? I think maybe you'll see Cardano scan pre-pod.
yeah. Huh.
What is this? What is it? I don't. I can't remember what like this reference UTXO is referencing. What do we need? Like what?
Right.
Yeah, maybe I'll ask later, or
Yeah,
maybe
put it.
just like
Yeah.
look up later and like go back to
Yeah,
the previous
totally.
modules and see what it means. Is there anything anyone else want to like do? I can stop sharing and maybe we can switch to whatever anyone else, if someone else wants to do another like little module thing, they can.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm sort of antsy. I'm getting towards the end. I've got to we're talking about Fun 10 challenges in the C4C meetup today. You're all invited if you want to come. It starts at the top of the hour. So I might jump off for that. Get ready. But that was really,
I mean,
that was really good. I digging around in those in that big script. Yeah, that's good. That's good to do, and it wasn't that difficult. I mean, yours went through. Oh, do you want to check yours and make sure that they got there?
yeah, I'll quickly check 1 second. Should I share my
Yeah, why
screen?
not? Why not? Why not?
Okay.
But I will definitely look over this to figure out how to do it. Although it seemed pretty straightforward.
Hey,
It is.
here you go.
There it is. Nice. Okay, that's the graphic. So you
Yeah.
could make it into something different.
I could. Yeah, maybe I can try another one and maybe try and put another image. I wonder if I can put images from my local like system.
Well, yeah, it would probably have to be out accessible on the bigger internet, maybe. Although, yeah, that's interesting. That would, yeah, it seems like it would need to be referenced through a, through the big internet, not local. Because then how would it may, yeah, that's a good question, actually.
We'll see. So if there's no one else that's doing anything, maybe we can close the session and
Maybe I can just share something
Sure,
that I discovered it recently, that is bash aliases that are very useful when you are working with this type of with the CLI transactions. So
Dude, yes. Okay.
Go on.
it will be short.
Yeah. Augustine, share your screen. This is exactly what I would love to learn how to do. Yeah, for sure.
So can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So usually in your home folder, there is a file that in my case I use CHC shell. So the file's name CHC says CHCRS. That is like a config file when you can do configuration to your shell. So one one thing that you can do is like doing aliases. For example, you can create commands.
Oh, I think I get it. So all you have to do is type query tip or start node.
So here I put the command, and in the top there is I export these variables. So these variables are called here, and if I so when I want to start my node, I just do this. And that's
And you don't even have to type a dot. You just put just the name.
Just the name. And I do this also with query tip and query address. So I want to do an address. And just do that. So I found it find it very useful when I discovered this. So
Yeah, this is
maybe
pretty
you
cool.
This
Yeah.
is super cool.
very
This is
cool.
exact because I was like, what these, the bash scripts. I was like, well, I've got to type in this big long, address to get to them, or but this makes it. And so that RC file, and yours is the ZSH RC. What is that RC? That's just like I don't know. It's like a big file to.
It's like an improvement of the bash shell.
Right. Oh, it's like a configuration file or something.
The configuration file is like this one, but the chch it's like an improvement of the bash shell, so you can do more things, I think. But it there's also a file for the conventional bash shell that is called bash rc. That bash rc.
That's awesome.
If you use just bash, um, that's the file that you are going to need to do this configuration like that.
Hmm.
This is cool. Yeah, I'm actually my bash RC file has some aliases already in it, which was kind
Already.
of fun.
And you also, if you like use for in this case, I always use some address for the code, so maybe I can export, I don't know, the PPBL address, and
Right.
then I can use this variable whenever I need on any CLI command. So
Okay.
Ah.
so I don't we don't have to look in the file in that other file. We can define it. We can define it here.
Okay. Makes
So
sense. That makes sense. Yeah, we should definitely look into this, Newman. Seems really
Yeah, this
interesting because I
this
keep
is
like
awesome.
searching the addresses and all like in a terrible pattern.
Exactly. Are you? Yeah, that's the way I've been doing it. I don't know where I learned to do. I have this notes file where I've got all those variables, basically in there, and I just go and copy and paste them. And I guess that's fine when you're just learning. But this, Augustine, is really cool. And I wondered about it because I knew anyway, there's so many little cool things to learn with this command line. And that's why the command line is better, or the why people love the command line, is because you can alias all this stuff out. And so you're just typing in you're basically just sort of speaking your own language to the computer. That's really cool. It's really cool.
yes, there's always something to learn. I used Bash for 2 years, and recently I discovered that with the tab, uh, you can like uh, make suggestions, and I didn't knew that before, so it's good. So there always is something to learn.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Man, thank you. Thank you for sharing the screen and showing us. That's really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Oh, Pat Bond came back. Hey, all right. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, hey guys, congratulations, great session.
Thanks,
Great,
man.
great
Thanks.
work.
Yeah, I agree. I will James be back tomorrow?
I think this week James might be doing the 1694.
Yeah, James is out all this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's think of stuff to do tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do the same. We'll see if we can come up with another lesson to go through, because it's valuable. I mean, and I feel like I can go through that lesson now a little better, even though I've got some time to catch up to it. All right. And that if you come up with an idea, sometime that Miro board works. That Miro board will be up and available, and just type in your idea for what you might want to go through or what you're getting stuck on. All right, I'm gonna sign off. I will see you all later in the town hall today too. All right.
All right.
Ciao,
See you
y'all.
guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for recording.